We're live. Copy a link. Now I gotta fucking post this thing in 1,000 different locations. Here we go. YouTube. At YouTube notifications. What? There we go. Boom, going live. Let's link that shit. Where else do I post my garbage? I will be posting it there, just not now. Where is YouTube? Also, I doubt anybody's here yet, but hello. Well, it looks like Loxia has showed up. Hello, Loxia. I'm still just posting links to places. As one dizzity does. Trying to get more than 3 people watching the stream. How are you doing, Loxia? I'm going live. Give me a second, this is the last link I have to post. Alright, links all posted. You're doing good, that's good to hear. Hope I was meditating that entire time. Double check I'm not muted. My goodness, am I dumb. There we go. Alright, so we are golden. Speaking of golden, I need more eggs. I can make worse bread with my pineapples. But I'd like to make the best bread I possibly can. I've got a couple of days before that goes bad. Are you all laying eggs for me? 1 fertile egg. It's mine now, suckers. Alright. 4 eggs is better than I had. We're going to have to be on top of that, because the pineapples will not stay fresh forever. Throw that in there. If I come into... Whoops. Put those back. If I come into here... Pumpkin is fresh for 32 days, but the pineapples are only fresh for 6. So I should probably just keep this on me. We should also really get around to pickling some potatoes. But, nobody ever accused me of being smart. Oh yeah, I gotta refeed my chickens. Yeah, stop panicking. How are you doing? Still pregnant? Still pregante? Still trying to kill me. The more things change, the more they stay the same. I wish the chickens would eat off the ground. So that I can feed them their eggs. Or if, like, I could grind up chicken eggs. And use those in some kind of, like, bread-based chicken food. Well, I've just been feeding them breadcrumbs, because it's easy. But you do not want to feed chickens exclusively breadcrumbs. Right? Chickens are adorable. I mean, those are pheasants. But they're functionally just chickens. I actually don't eat poultry, IRL. Because I like birds. I do not eat poultry for the same reason. Most folks would not eat a cat. I'm sure there's some crazy person out there who would eat a cat. But I'm not one of those people either. What's up, puppy dog? How many boards are here? Oh damn, it's only 10 boards. Here we go, more boards. And there we go. Where's my saw? Let's go ahead and make another crate. There we go. For a spelt. I probably should get around to making the mushroom alcohol. That's a fine spot for that. And boom, boom, boom. I also need to make copper plates. My goodness, there is so much that needs doing. You ever have so much that you need to do that you end up not getting any of it done? Alright, there we go. Hopefully I get more spelt. Hello, Alduin. Long time no see. Well, technically, I don't need to prepare for the winter at all. But I do need to hurry up and collect all my berries. My chickens should be fine. My bees won't be fine. I mean, technically, my bees will survive. But even if it does dip below freezing around here, they will survive. They're just not going to be collecting honey, which is unfortunate. That being said, if I come into here and open this, I've got some honey that could be collected. There's also 3 liters of it in that little barrel. So the cold isn't going to affect me at all. No, Puppy Dog does not have a house yet. Pretty much the only thing I did between streams, like I ended the stream, I collected the honey, I collected some pumpkins, and then I slept, like in the game. And that's about it. I've got a bronze hammer and anvil. I don't need a bronze pickaxe, since I can conjure pickaxes from the void. But I've yet to enter the Iron Age. I've done some prospecting, and needless to say, there is no iron in the area. Or at least not anywhere I've checked. Was that a wisp? Or just weird particles? Just weird particles. 1 second. Sorry about that. I was sick like a month ago, and the cough has yet to fully go away. Okay, what are we looking at here? You are empty. 2 copper. I think I have to pick these up before it'll let me put them down, as weird as that sounds. Alright. Open you up. There we go, 400 units of copper. I think I'm actually running out of brown coal. I should, in theory, have a lot of charcoal. I just don't know what the fuck I did with it. Smack you in there. How are you doing, Alduin? Boom. I'm live on Twitch, right? Yeah, it shows that I've been live for 8 minutes now. Although I only have 2 subscribers on Twitch, so only 2 people are able to use the new Satu Tervetaloa emote. Alright, let's go and grab more brown coal while that heats up. Because the last thing I want is to not be able to smelt my copper. Is there no brown coal this way? Plenty of flint, which I will need later. There's some brown coal. There's also a bunch of stuff I can forage around here. I just haven't gotten around to it. Because I'm stupid. Oof. I don't think I've ever actually broken a bone, although I am missing a couple of bones. I was technically born without a pinky finger on my left hand. All I had was like 1 knuckle. And it was causing problems, so it had to be removed when I was 4 years old. Fun, Satu lore. I I am making my environment slightly uglier every time I come out here and collect brown coal. But it's a necessary evil. One that I should probably cut short. So that I can go make sure my copper is smelting correctly. Nah, so, ooh, sweet pumpkin. I've got a community Discord server, and eventually, and by eventually I mean hopefully early next year. On time? Well, not technically. I started at 5 AM. Unless you mean you're on time. Because I'm actually going live 2 hours later than I used to start. The more ignite, the more... What? More lignite? Honestly, lignite just sounds like the setup for like a Ligma Balls joke. It still has to be approved. Ah, 1 second. Alright, still has to be approved. No, but I've got a YouTube channel membership thing I'm trying to get approved. All it really unlocks is emoji. And I only have the one. But as I make money streaming, which I'm not doing very quickly, I plan on spending more of it just on the channel. The most beneficial thing I could do is purchase a purchase a second monitor. But instead, I'm spending money on art. As one Dizzity does. Come on, hurry up. Yes, you are right on time, because I am 2 hours late. Interesting how the world works sometimes. I don't need my saw on me. Let's go and put that away. Boom. Check my chickens. Thank you. Here you kids go. Have more bread. If you're raising chickens IRL, they need more food than just bread. Come on. Also, Aldwin, what do you think of Puppy Dog? Well, this is Puppy Dog or Drifter. Come here, Puppy Dog. And pet the puppy dog. Oh shit, I accidentally stole this from my bees. There we go. And what did I do with my bone whistle? Alright, Puppy Dog, speak. Yeah, I don't think that does anything. And Puppy Dog only knows roll over. No, I am genuinely 2 hours late. I used to go live at 3 AM all the time, but lately I've not been going live until 5. There were 2 streams where I started at like 3:30, which is later than usual, but not like my usual. Although the more times I'm late, the more times the later time becomes my new usual. I'm sure that sentence follows some kind of structure. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Are y'all ready for this? Dun 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 dun. Oh, look at that, I'm starving. Come on. There we go. I'll eat once this is done. I do really forget to eat an awful lot for somebody whose favorite thing to do in this game is prepare food. Hell, that's what we're working on now. I mean, obviously not now. Ah, there we go. Go ahead and put that back. Put that back. Quickly, to the salad. Puppy Dog is extremely low maintenance. Oh, put that back. Stop it. Oh, there's more honey in here. Every time I open a new container, it seems like there's honey in it. So I should really get around to, like, using that for something. Put this in there. Huh, did I already come in here and put away my pumpkin? I guess I did. Alright. Let's go ahead and throw these rocks into these things I refuse to acknowledge. Do. Alright, how you doing? Pretty good, pretty good. Alright. How are you doing, Pale Hunter? Are you having fun? What should I be doing? I mean, there's a lot of stuff I should be doing. Are you my dry salt? You are my dry salt. What is my damp salt? Do. As the days go by, water flowing under. I actually don't know where my damp salt went. My plan is, as soon as all of my crops are done, to actually build a house. Here's all my damp salt. I'm just waiting for all of my crops to be done so I don't have to keep checking on those. Oh, let's go. No, that should be fine. Alright. Boom-ba-doo. Oh, hell yeah. I love the freezing cold. Although I understand that some people don't. I'm nothing if not weird and impulsive. So let's go check on my chickens. While the oven preheats. Y'all lay any more eggs? No. You're eating the food, but you're not laying the eggs. So there is a cannibalism mod. Yep. Oh, look at that oven, didn't even finish preheating. I'm gonna move these. They're in the way where they're at. That's also going to be in the way, but it's not in the way right now. Come on. Anyway, so the cannibalism mod does have compatibility with player library mod. Or player model library. But I think it would be really funny if, even though a volley are probably not edible, when you kill in a volley player model, they drop feathers and poultry. For realism, they should probably drop some kind of inedible poultry. So probably like Chick-fil-A or something. Should not be eating that shit. Not because it's bad, although I don't eat chicken, so I wouldn't be the best judge of that. No, but because Chick-fil-A is actively funding anti-LGBT shit with every purchase. And as a queer person in the United States, we've got a lot of shit to worry about without one of the most popular chicken companies here. To be fair, they are funding anti-LGBT shit on the other side of the world, but the fact that they're funding it all should be an issue. Fuck Chick-fil-A. All of my homies hate Chick-fil-A. But anyway, I don't think a volley would be edible. That's what we're getting at here. Alright, how do I pickle something? Pickled potato is 1 liter of brine per potato. So 2 liters of salt, or 2 liters of water, 1 liter of salt. I can pickle 50 at a time. I think I could just use a bucket of salt water, but no. Ah, fuck shit. Hello, Pocket. It is interesting. YouTube filled up actually pretty quickly. Usually it's Twitch that fills up first, and Twitch is totally empty. Although I'm sure that Twitch has probably figured out by now that I don't have an attention span. So basically all I do is run around and occasionally cook things that I never actually remember to eat. I am alright. Unfortunately, I do work tonight. Thankfully. I don't have to go into work at 3 p.m. though. Like I almost had to. How are you? The party bus is something. From LA to San Francisco. It is interesting how from here I can still hear my chickens. I'm here. My chickens are all the way over here. They're just loud. Oh, I can also hear a puppy dog from over here, and puppy dog's right there, which is closer. Woke up overstimulated. Interesting. I'm a very slow to wake sort of person. Honestly, the reason I did not want to go to work at 3 p.m. is that my first alarm that I sleep through goes off at 3:45 p.m. usually. I'm like awake, energetic, and more active earlier in the day because it's getting like dark and cold sooner. But like I'd still rather sleep until the sun is already set. No darkness for me, please. And also in the summer when the sun doesn't set until like 9 p.m. Oh, that shit sucks. Fucking hate it. The sun is a scam. We should get rid of it. What has the sun ever done for the human race, species, whatever the fuck we are? Anyway, Pocket, we're just trying to make the rest of our muffins, probably also containing salt this time, just so that they last longer in storage. I want to make a butchering table, because I already made the hooks, not that I actually plan on killing any animals yet. What else are we doing? We're still just kind of vibing and passing time. It is possible that it will get too cold here for equator crops, but not cold enough here for, like, apples and shit. The muffin envy does not roll off the tongue the same way. Do you know the muffin bird? Anyway, we gotta find out what kind of mods we would want on a server. It's probably best to figure out what mods we want now, because they're probably going to take a while to update. It'll give us a good idea as to what realistically, like at what time we can realistically start hosting. You know what I mean? My brain might not work. Yeah, well, what's cool about player library, or player model library, is that we can have multiple modded species on one server. And I'm pretty sure, at least I'm told, that because the way the player model library works is we can actually see each other with each other's models. Whereas the way the Kobold model used to work is that it was client-side, so it did not need to be on the server. But also, you would not be able to see your kobold. Or, like, people would not see you as a kobold. And even if other people weren't a kobold, you would see them as a kobold, if that makes sense. Where's my salt, anyway? Salt? Wait. There it is. Snape. Snape. Severus Snape. All these classes is definitely overpowered. But as long as we can get people willing to take on very specific roles. Like, let's see here, if I look up walnut plank. Walnut log can be made into, where is it? Oh, no, I need a walnut plank. So I was looking in the right spot. Just not correctly. Give me a second. What is it fucking called? Surely it's just called planks. Anyway, there's a class that's basically just woodworker, and they're able to craft like thin planks, which look pretty good. A doll is a good thing. What? But the reason I like it is because I can be a farmer. And farmers basically do not have a downside. Like, not a single one of these traits is negative. And all of the traits that I do have with downsides are simply from being a small space bird. Like, I've got less health. I'm physically weaker. Actually, this one right here, or these two right here, are the only negative traits I've got. I guess having -5 health points is considered a neutral trait. Although I guess everything else attached to that trait is totally fine. Come on, salt crystals. Patient needs volley bites to survive. What is that even from? It's like a House MD meme, right? It's like, oh, mouse bites made the patient sick, so they need the mouse bite antidote. And then House is like, no, they need more mouse bites. Obviously that didn't happen. Y'all lay eggs for me yet? 1 egg? Whoops. I'm not entirely sure what just happened. Ooh, a crash log I'm not going to read. This is going to be my shortest stream yet. Vintage Story is just like, oh, yep. Bye, dorks. I'm not entirely sure what I could have done that would have caused a crash, so I don't know how to avoid doing that again. Did I accidentally try putting full eggs in the... whatchamacallit? Because if I did, hopefully they're not still in there, because that would just cause a crash again. Also, small trough, that's what you call it. Would probably be the funniest reason I've ever lost a save. It's like, oh, so what happened to your save? It's like, you see, I accidentally tried putting eggs in a trough. Turns out that's a bad idea. Whoops. Actually, I do think there is currently a glitch with eggs. Oop. Alright, let's not do that again. Oh, sweet, another egg. And I still have the one in my inventory, so I think I just accidentally duplicated that egg. And all I had to do was crash the game. Infinite egg glitch? Possibly. Alright. Let's go ahead and put those in there. Find and grab 50 potatoes. Boom. Fuck. That is perhaps not the best way I could have done that, but, you know, 50-second rule. I'll go ahead and seal that. I need corn oil, but I don't need that right now. Well, let's go ahead and put these in here. And check on my pineapples. Right, the Thunderlord. I've actually got the Thunderlord figurehead as well for my ship. I figured as a rust mage, it's only appropriate. How long is that fresh for? 34 days? Looks like it. I gotta do some stuff with all my stuff, because I can't realistically eat all this food. But also, like, I'm just growing so much food. I mean, having, like, tunnels, if they can be well lit, as a sort of fast travel would be pretty sweet. Aldwin, are you in the community Discord? I don't think you are. In fact, I think this is the first time I've seen you in one of my streams. Probably second time. I think it would tell me if this was your first time chatting. Oh, that one's not my shiver. Hello? Are there any funky dogs out here? It is your first time? Interesting. My memory must suck. Actually, I know my memory sucks. So this is, ultimately unsurprising. Right, so I'm gonna put that in a bucket. I don't think I can feed these to my eggs. I mean, what? I don't think I can feed these to my chickens. But I can use them for fertilizer. Although I've not updated the mod yet, I probably can still feed my chickens. Alright. Actually, if I get 3 more eggs, I can totally use up my pineapple. How long are you fresh for in here? 11 days? I'll get 3 eggs sooner than that. Let's go ahead and leave that down there, just for fun. Also, Alduin, what do you think of my skeletons? Oh, it is Adalwin. What am I doing with Alduin? Is it Adalwin on YouTube? Or, fucking... I don't know why I opened Discord like I would be able to see shit behind chat. Alright, Adal is fine. That's what you were talking about earlier. I might be a little bit tired and a lot stupid. Bear with me here. I have not been sleeping well. On account of the stupid. We'll have to get Adele on the Discord as well. Is what real? The me being stupid? Pretty sure that's common knowledge. Hello there. You are brooding! I don't think they actually need to brood, though. But that means that it is a caring parent. So I don't actually have more breadcrumbs for you. I need 1 more egg. You crazy kids get on that. I need 1 more egg. Huh. It usually tells you how long the berries are going to be ripe for, right? Maybe that's Wildcraft Fruit and Nuts thing. Regardless, I do think it is a good idea to harvest my berries before it gets too cold. Look at that, it's 6 degrees Celsius now. Who knows when it's going to get too cold? Yoink, yoink. Also, my crops are almost all done growing. It doesn't tell you how long they're ripe in vanilla. Oh, right, so that was a Wildcraft Fruit and Nuts thing. Well, primitive survival. I've got a pretty interesting relationship with primitive survival. It's the only way to get a good amount of fish. Yeah, but honestly, you can get way too much fish way too easily. And I'm not even saying that it should be nerfed particularly, but I would rather, if I was going to get a lot of fish, actually fish for them. Hello, Vikar. Vikar, can you see if my new emoji is already in or if it's waiting for approval? It looked like it was already in, but my first one required approval, so I don't know. Yeah, that one. Alright, new emoji is already here. You are one of 2 people with exclusive access to that emoji. Can I get 1 more egg, please? Please, 1 more egg. I'm not entirely sure where the love emoji came from. I think Twitch just threw that in there so I didn't have 0. Which is, like, whatever. It's odd, that's for sure. Right. Grab me some milk. I need some milk. Mm, 18, I think. Let me see here. Yes, 18. Gonna drink that. Put you in here, put you in here. I should probably avoid starvation. Look how good these muffins are. Look how good these mushrooms are. Boom. Super filling. There is a reason everybody wants expanded foods to be nerfed. Well, and that's because they're narcs. Instead of letting everyone else have fun, they're just like, what if we nerfed everything? I am joking. Or am I? Maybe I'm not joking. Maybe I just open my mouth and say shit all the time. Alright. I need more inventory space. Alright. Stack you with you. Boom. Put this one on the ground. So much prep that needs to be done. Although, who am I kidding? I enjoy all of the tedious work of cooking. I just need to remember to actually eat more often. Steel is really good, and it's a lot of work. So I think that if cooking is going to be a ton of work, it should also be a ton of good. Hell yeah. I needed a single egg, and y'all gifted me with 2? Is that you making those noises? Because those aren't pheasant noises. Almost sounds like a turkey, which realistically, there could be a turkey nearby. Who knows? Maybe the turkeys are drawn in. Let's go ahead and put 1 egg in here for storage. Boom, gotta crack these. And crack them like it's hot. There we go. What else do I put in my eggs? Rice bran oil. Here we go. Is this all I have left? Oh dang, I might have to make more rice bran oil. Stop eating the rice. Whoops, put that back. 5 liters, good. I did not successfully eat some. And copy the mod legally. It would be nice if they are going to just steal somebody's mod if they gave ample amounts of credit. If not cold hard cash. Do I have corks on me? Of course I don't. Ha 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 ha. Alright. Bottle these. Alright. Of course, 2 of these are going to be immediately opened. Boom. I can't drink the oil. Can I drink the oil? No. The game is like, oh, you want to have fun? You can have fun, but you cannot drink the rice bran oil. Alright. Do you think I should use rice? Or should I mix it up and use some other ingredient? I say, just pulling out a ton of rice. Congrats on the 35 stream streak, Vicar. Just some ideas. Well, Minecraft did the same thing. I don't know if it's fair to say that they stole the idea of pistons from a mod. But they didn't even think about adding pistons until a mod that added them got really popular. So it's like, obviously the mod didn't invent pistons. But I suppose pistons of that exact functionality. I'm not saying that Vintage Story needs pistons. I am saying that Vintage Story needs tameable shivers by default. Oh yeah. What was the name? I think it was just called like More Horses or something. I remember being like, how old was I in 2010? 16? I don't think it came out until... When did More Horses come out? 2011? I was like a teenager though, and I still remember staying up all fucking night and trying to tame a fucking Pegasus. Good times, good times. Why can't I start it? Start it. Oh, I didn't even add this. That's why I can't start it. Oh, well, here being a goof. A goofball. You know what I kind of miss is old Thaumcraft. New Thaumcraft isn't bad, and you can go back and play the old Thaumcraft. But I just feel like old Thaumcraft felt nicer. New Thaumcraft encourages you to explore more, which is obviously not a bad thing. I just feel like it could have been its own mod. Beasts aplenty. I don't know if I remember Beasts aplenty. I do remember More Horses, which didn't just add horses. It added horses, unicorns, pegasi. I want to say there were some like non-horse related creatures there as well. Mods really could be whatever the hell they wanted. I still really need a bone block. The modder who said that he would do it has gone radio silent. And obviously, I'm not paying him, so if he does want to just abandon the project, that's fine. But the Eidolon Minecraft mod added a bone block, which is like the main reason I have that. In the series, I'm not actually continuing. I don't have plans to not continue it. I'm just probably not going to. I might. Who knows? Maybe if there's some demand for it. Alright, to here. It's 8. How do I cut these up? Like this. Boom! I actually need to do exactly one more. There we go. Turns out that math is not my strong suit. I actually knew that, but failing at simple math while streaming is still embarrassing. Alright. These will unfortunately not stack with my other bread. Throw that salt in there. You can't put salt in muffins? Could have sworn you could. You actually do use salt in desserts in real life all the time. Alright, so I guess this will stack with my other bread. I could also totally be using more fruit in these. But Leetman has recently nerfed expanded foods to where you can only put 2 different types of fruit in your fruit bread muffins. I suppose in some ways that's more realistic. But in other ways, it's really nice to be able to use every berry minus cranberries while making fruit muffins. If you did that, you could then use cranberry syrup, which also kind of sucked, so you wouldn't. You would just use a different kind of syrup. You can also make some in honey. But yes, now that I've got a proper emoji, hopefully people will subscribe on Twitch. Give me your money. fund me and I will spend it on more volley art. Boom, look at all this fucking bread. Well, yeah, cranberries have got a good shelf life, but they're not as filling. And also, cranberries are like almost unpalatable in real life without adding a bunch of sugar. Although long-term foods does add sugar. So maybe it can be made in the future. That you can add sugar to cranberries. Maybe make cranberry sauce. Which is clearly a gelatin. I don't know why they call it that. I don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but I've seen Thanksgiving food and it's absurd. Yoink. Alright, let's go. I like this little side door. I have to crouch to walk through it, but having it amuses me. Oh yeah, if you've got a urinary tract infection, they do recommend drinking cranberry juice. Alright. Well, thanks for stopping by, at least to, say have a nice day, JJ. I'm going to assume that you're doing other things. Check-in only costs 1 point. Thank you for checking in, Vicar. I've made check-in as affordable as possible. They would not let me make it free. I'd find Vicar, I'll sit up. Wee. Although all I'm doing is making muffins. I don't know, I need good posture for muffin making. Ow, my neck. Also, those of you at home, if you are currently shrimping it, consider sitting upright. It's good for your back. Shrimp check. Fuck. I was sitting in my chair, straight up shrimping it. And by it, I mean my spine. Whack. I need to bottle this corn oil. I would like to expand my cellar. But I should probably build a house first. And then figure out, in a smart way, how to expand my cellar. Right. Oh, I am Eroes, so I don't even know what direction that would be. My back. My neck. My back. My neck and my back. What if I should just call in sick to work? It's the day before Thanksgiving, so it would be a dick move, but like, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. So for me, it's just a day. Like, oh, it's a big holiday in the United States. You know, the country we live in. And I'm like, nope. Doesn't ring a bell. What is the temperature? Yeah, it's currently 16 Celsius. It is weird, because, like, at night, in this region, it gets all the way down to 5 Celsius. Thanks for taking more like. Oh, speaking of which, if you are currently watching on the YubTubs, do not forget to like the stream. It makes it look more impressive, or something. And if you are hanging out lurking, since I cannot see my viewer count, I don't know you're here, but I do want you to know that you're appreciated. I should also probably set it up so I can see how many viewers I've got. I thank the lurkers, but since I don't know when the lurkers are here, I don't know if they know I'm thanking them. Notice me, lurkers. Notice me. What even is a lurker? No, really, like... what does it truly mean to lurk? What does it mean to lurch? And why is larch such an ugly wood type? I just lost the large fans. Oh yeah, I mean, like, if you have one subscriber and get one view, then statistically you're doing better than any YouTuber with, like, millions of subscribers. Most of my videos don't have dislikes. And then the videos that do have dislikes, I wonder what the hell's going on. I would like to revisit Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time. Even though most of the time I would have spent working on videos for that. I spent arguing with people in my comment section. The Magician's Life tutorial has a lot of dislikes on it, because everyone's like, oh, I came to this expecting an actual tutorial. And it's like, well, a couple of things, asshole. First of all, this is the tutorial exactly as it is in-game, so the title is not misleading. Second of all, that's what they call it in the game. So what do you want from me? And then, of course, I eventually did make the other Fantasy Life I Magician's Life tutorial, which actually explains the magician life. But considering the game doesn't feel like explaining itself, I don't know why people expected me to do it. The tutorial just sucks. What can I say? But Fantasy Life I is actually updated like 4 times since I've touched it. A couple of those actually adding shit as well. I guess there's no, like a new dungeon type. Or I guess there's like more dark stuff at least. And I love dark as an element. I'm tired of games forcing you into being like light all the time. When I say dark, I don't mean like evil, because that's lazy. Boom. From the Gothic games. Now, before I mix these, let me double check. No, not that. Yes, blackcurrant syrup. Let's go ahead and get these mixing. Close that. There we go. I'm sure I am good at managing my own hands. If you ever want to feel like you're really bad at managing your own hands, play Space Station 13. And Space Station 13 is a lot of fun. The thing that's going to take you the longest to learn is just using your hands. Also setting up the supermatter crystal. I've set the supermatter crystal up like 3 times. No, I've set it up like 6 times. And it's only not exploded twice. If you're setting up the supermatter crystal, you're probably playing alone. So the space station blowing up like 20 minutes into a run isn't the end of the world. But yeah, no, that setting it up's really confusing. Although I guess it is a crystal that just powers the entire space station by shooting lasers at it periodically. So doing that wrong probably would lead to a catastrophic explosion. Yoink. Well, Space Station 13 does not have a volley. Supposedly Space Station 14 does. I've heard from people that Space Station 14's gotten a volley. I was playing as a scav in 13. Or not scav, what are they? They might just be called scavs, the rat people. I was playing as one of those. Because who doesn't want to be a rat? I did eventually make... Oh, you've played with the fake volley. I did eventually make a human character, but apparently you cannot use they-them pronouns as a rat. Rats have not discovered being non-binary. If you want to use they-them pronouns, you have to be a human. Which is silly. If anything, rats would care even less. I mean, I've been on YouTube for 13 years. That doesn't mean that I'm good at it or even competent. I've just been doing it for a while. Don't go back and watch anything from when I first started, though. Not only was I 17 when I first started, but like, it took me 2 or 3 years to get comfortable talking to a screen. It definitely helps a lot when you've got chat to read, because 9 times out of 10 there's somebody on the other side of the screen typing out those messages. And when that's not the case, they're usually saying something like stream boo or whatever, so you can tell that they're a fake person. But as weird as it sounds, like sitting down in an empty room playing video games and just kind of talking is a skill that you have to learn. My old commentary really sucked. My new commentary sucks, but that's just because I say stupid shit all the time. Whew. What time is it? What temperature is it? Yeah, it is already 3 Celsius. So there is a chance it will get too cold down here. Would you all lay more eggs? I actually don't have anything for you. I'm sorry. I know that y'all don't lay eggs, but could you like hurry up and give birth or something? Whoops. Oh, I didn't take damage. Never punished. Even if I'm not going to stay on top of these, I should probably harvest them so that I stop walking into them. Let's go check our pumpkins. Let's go check our pumpkins. Let's go check our pumpkins. I wonder how many there are. I'm actually getting pretty damn lucky with this pumpkin harvest. Okay, that can go. One more that's going to be growing. Alright, we got 2 little guys. I cannot break those, unfortunately, until this finishes growing. Honestly, they are reaching the end of their life. I'm hoping I don't only get those pumpkins, but this might be the last group of pumpkins we get. I wish you could candy pumpkins. You can candy pineapple. I just didn't get nearly enough to do it. Alright. Have a good day at work, Pale Hunter. You won't be missing a whole lot. I'm just kinda goofing off. I mean, I'm working hard. And or hardly working. Boom. I should make a copper plate. Alright, the butchering table is 2 copper plates. Oh shit. I'm gonna have to make a copper. Does that require a metal knife? I guess it would make sense that it does. So that's going to require 4 copper for the 2 plates. 5 copper, 6 copper, 7 copper. 7 copper ingots. Just for a butchering table. How much for the advanced one? Advanced butchering table. Same amount, but iron instead of copper. Which makes sense. I don't have iron. Also, what do y'all think about my stuff just kind of poking out of the wall? We only do normal things here at Storyteller Plays, or whatever. What I actually call this fucking channel. Alright. I should probably get another charcoal pit going as well. Maybe sail around my island. Yeah, this way's faster, because this is a redwood forest, which means, as long as I'm patient, I'll have more firewood than I know what to do with. Although I know exactly what to do with it. Like I just said, the plan is to make and fill another charcoal pit. I should really be doing something with these black currants. Oh my goodness. Not right now. What am I doing? Couldn't put these in the cellar. I do have to pick those berries, though. I'm running out of time. For what? I'm not entirely sure. I've just decided that whatever I'm doing, I don't have enough time to do it. So I'm going to walk around in panic, ultimately accomplishing nothing. Dragonland, Dragonland. Can I do a Snowball Earth playthrough? See, as much as I like the snow, it's kind of hard to survive up there unless you get well established first. So either you start out further south, and get a bunch of crops and stuff and then move north, or you start out in the north and survive off of just fish, basically. Because even with underground farming enabled, you gotta get the seeds to grow underground. Pan. Sorry, I'm making a plate. Cannot make a pan until I've made the plate. Do-do-do. It's me and you and Zaboomafoo. Wonder how old Zabu lived till. That's right, if you grew up watching Zaboomafoo, Zabu is dead as fuck. Alright. I'm gonna rotate that just because. Grab you. Smack you on there. One of these days I'll have windmills. I do actually like smithing in this game, which is weird, because I do not like mining. I understand prospecting well enough. Hello, Bob! And I actually like spending time underground. In fact, if you look at my house, it's mostly cellar. Because I'm just used to living underground. From back in my kobold days. Also, I'm really bad at building. So, you don't have to be good at building. If all you're doing is living in several holes underground. Thank you for checking in, Bob the War Crimes. How are you doing, Bob? Let's bring these over. Then I can start focusing on that side. This is probably the most efficient mining you've ever seen. Or not mining, smithing. Oh, I don't know, that could get over there. One, 2, 3. Do. I plan on practicing building. Although my hyper interest in this game is primarily farming and shit. I even like to cook if you ignore the fact that I'm constantly on the verge of starvation. Boom. I might make a bunch of really good muffins, but will I eat any of them? No. You eat a whole lemon at a bus station? Well, that's totally fair. Lemons are delicious. Yoink. Boom. Boom. Here we go, copper pan. Also, for those of you at home wondering, no, the copper pan is not vanilla. Alright. Rift activity has jumped up to medium. I feel like Rift activity does not like staying calm. Which is understandable, but I don't like being bothered by monsters. Who's a baby puppy dog? Puppy dog. Pet. Puppy dog. You look ridiculous. Alright. Should probably make more copper. Do. 600 units. That's more than I want. I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. 400 units perfectly. Who would have thought they would accidentally stumble into the right exact amount? All right. Have a wonderful day, Adelwyn. That's right, you almost thought I was going to call you Alduin again. Like the dragon from, whatever it's called. Horse Rim or something. Put that back. Too many one of these. I've got to climb up. Just peeled off. Oh. I thought when you said you were eating a whole lemon, you meant you ate the skin as well. If you don't eat the skin, you're like wasting nutrients. That's nutrition. Do we have Aldi here in the US? No, we do have Aldi. We don't have Tesco. We don't have Aldi where I live. But I know what it is. Which is interesting, because I know like 4 things. I should really do something with these mushrooms. What happened to my other mushrooms? Well, I should have already used most of those, since the plan was to make beer out of them. Nope, I've still got a couple. You got Aldi? I don't know what that is. I should also not get distracted. No, I never even lit it. I suppose that's better than wasting firewood. Yeah, we've got Trader Joe's. Give me that back. We just don't have Aldi. Alduin, the World Eater. Or whatever. You know, the main villain is Alduin. I, for some reason, was mixing up Alduin and Paarthurnax. Not that it matters. American Stores is Metro. Like, the phone company? Hello, Mew. Welcome to the stream. Couldn't tell you what I'm doing. Whatever it is, I'm doing it. It will be done. Couldn't put these back. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Based on the fact that I just made a copper pan, I think I plan on panning bony soil. You would think I would know a little bit better what the hell I'm up to, but you would be wrong. Oop, keep falling in my holes. How are my bees doing? Oh, they will produce puppy dog way clacking over there. Less than a day. Okay, so bees will operate in anything more than, well, 10 Celsius or more. 10 centigrade. Come on, copper. Copper. I should probably actually harvest all these berries before I start panning bony soil. Maybe make some more barrels. Although realistically, if I do juice all of these blackcurrant, it's just going to turn into wine. Or I could be a little bit more proactive about turning it into syrup. We'll have to see. Just like we're kind of watching the weather. It is almost December, so we are pretty much into winter. Let me see here. Pomegranate tree cutting will die if exposed to 10 Celsius or colder. So yes, it will not survive here. Let's check. Olive tree cutting will die if exposed to 7 degrees Celsius or colder. Interesting, interesting. I should sail around the island and check out those wild olive trees. Good chance they are dead. Dead as fuck. Considering there are pomegranate and orange saplings in the space on the other side of the translocator, what I could do, if I was smarter, is I could make it easier to get to the translocator, since it's currently a bit of a wild trek. Involves at least a tiny bit of mountain climbing. And then set up, like, a smaller base of operations. And a evergreen fruit tree orchard over there. We were already aware that unfortunately my pomegranate and orange trees would die here. Which is unfortunate. Doesn't mean we're going to have to travel a lot. But making pomegranate brandy is one of my favorite things to do. Although we could also just have an underground fruit orchard here. The concept of an underground fruit orchard might be a tiny bit silly, but it works. We'll have to see how cold it gets in the peak of winter to see how deep underground we need the underground fruit orchard. Having a giant fruit orchard underground would be really in character for me. But it would probably be more aligned with how the game is meant to be played if I set it up on the other side of the translocator. Alright. Boom. Got more copper, but for now, let's set this down. Got a lot more copper. See how much space we've got in the old cellar. But that there doesn't matter. Good amount. My kingdom for like a sort inventory button. Like in Terraria. Obviously, the inventory is a tiny bit more complicated in this game than it is in Terraria. I mean, like, it would be more amusing to have an underground fruit orchard, but that's pretty much just how I play the game. Like, look at that, 15 lychee, 14 pomegranate, only 7 orange. Alright, let's go and pick a bunch of berries. I don't know how long these will stay ripe for. But I don't want them... Alright. Go away. Help me, puppy dog. Weird, it shouldn't be dark enough. Why does it sometimes spawn two? Alright, where'd you go, Shiver? It should not be dark enough for monsters to already be spawning. Where did he go? Should have been chasing me, but I guess it got bored. Well, it'll show back up. Well, no, I had an underground farm on the server. And if we do make another server, I will probably do more underground farming. The biggest issue, and by that I mean like the only issue with underground farming, is that temporal stability underground is piss poor. So normally I would play with that shit off. But I need it, at least in some small amount, for Rustbound Magic. I'm actually not entirely sure that I do need temporal stability anymore now that I'm already a mage. As far as I can tell, with the changes they've made, the only time you need your stability to drop to 0 is the process of becoming a mage. So who knows, I might be able to turn that shit off. Honestly, as a crazy person, my temporal stability should be 0 all the time, but I should be totally fine. Hell, standing too close to me should lower the temporal stability of others. Don't eat my fucking shit. Alright. Oh, sweet. I will actually get more berries. These will be fine for now in the cellar. But also, it kind of makes sense that I've not made a proper underground farm, considering I just keep making new worlds. It's a whole new world. It's a new fantastic point of view. Perishable, fresh for 7 days. No one to tell us no, nor where to go. I just barely have enough room for that shit. I should get my inventory sorted out. Although I do say that often. I'm regularly saying that I need to sort out my inventory. Guess what I'm never doing? I never sort out my inventory. Alright. Bony soil. Yoink. We don't have nearly as much bony soil as last time. That being said, I did find out that yes, the menu music specifically for the Placid Plastic Duck Simulator is actually copyrighted. Like, it did not count as a strike. No, but it did prevent me from monetizing the video. Until I removed it. Nope, don't break that one. It never hurts to have more grain, but considering I only wanted the spelt for making alcohol, I grew too much spelt. What the hell is going on? I think I'm being haunted by drifters in real life. Just trying to play this game and I'm hearing shit. But yeah, I do a lot better on servers. Because if you watch me play, you can really do, you really do get the feeling that what I enjoy doing is just growing crops and making food. Everything else I'm kind of shit at. But especially once fishing is a feature. I'll be having a lot of fun doing that. Fishing should be coming in 1.22. I just hope fishing is decent. Because if you look at how much of my world is ocean, there should be fish out here somewhere. Alright, spelt. Let's go ahead and put my worms in here. Nope. There's the other worms. There we go. I've got 3 loose worms. Instead of just not having a full stack, I'll eat these ones. Delicious worms. But it's pretty wasteful. I don't know why I did that. Oh, that's just a puppy dog. Let's go ahead and store my copper in here. There we go. Perfect storage. Although ground storage is funny. Nope, can't put it there. There we go. Also, I should figure out how to make arrows. I know how to make arrows, I'm just lazy. Check out this quiver I found in a ruin. How fancy is that? Might grab my peach. How y'all doing? 9.8 days out of 10? Let's go ahead and move this out of here. Don't need that now that we've got this sweet, cool new one. Let me open up this other game. Oh, look at that. Vicar is sending me stuff. Stealing the captain's locker. Resume. Infinity pool. Gonna have to turn music off quickly. Alright, everybody's coming in. Got Impregnio. Gonna have to periodically check on them as we go. Where is it? Nope, not that one. Starting soon. There we go. Let's get doing what I'm doing. Doing what we do best. Well, let's go and keep that somewhere we can actually see it. Alright, there we go. So I can't actually see the ducks. We'll have to keep me updated on when a new one stops in. Another arrowhead. I think I need feathers to make copper arrows. But once I can make copper arrows, we're pretty much set for life. Another bone. I need something I can do with all these damn bones. I've got so many bones. Also, Mew, if you are still hanging out and a duck shows up that you would like to name, let me know. Oh, sweet. A piece of flax. Metal scraps! I didn't even know I could get this from panning. I can make more shiver food. I could tame a second shiver. Actually, I could probably already tame a second shiver. I could tame like a third or fourth shiver. Everything is coming up, Millhouse. Oh, sounds like propeller duck. Just trying to escape. I don't feel like I'm getting more nuggets. Well, actually, I already got a second silver, so it's possible I am getting more nuggets than usual. Ooh, tin bronze lamellé. I don't suppose I can break that up, can I? Yes, I can break that into tin bronze bits. You know what that means? We should break that out into pieces, and then use the tin bronze to make a pickaxe. Oh, that was tier 2 sub? I thought it was supposed to be tier 3 sub. Like I said, unfortunately I can't see what's going on. Ooh, more rough peridot. But yeah, we can smash this into bits, and then use the tin bronze from that, make a tin bronze pick. Nugget of native gold. And we can use the tin bronze pick to, whatchamacallit, get the map to the Resonant Archives. Resonance Archives, not Resident. Well, I said Resonant. Right word, wrong, conjugation? No? You would not guess that I used to read for fun with how shit my vocabulary is. Oh, hell yeah. A second chunk of native gold. I don't know if I can find gold and silver from sand. I think I have to pan bony soil for that. Which is fine. I've got a lot of bony soil. And every time I go exploring, I find even more of it. You can use silver plates to upgrade your, lantern. I believe lanterns by default have a light level of 18, but by putting a silver plate in it, it jumps up to 22. I could be wrong. I just do not have a brain for numbers. Ooh, what's that? A tin bronze arrowhead? Yeah, that is probably just garbage. I cannot imagine getting enough tin bronze arrowheads for using tin bronze arrowhead or arrows to be worth it. Oh, and a third piece of gold. We actually do not need that much gold and silver for black bronze. Which is what makes this pan OP. I've not decided what I would make out of black bronze, so a silver plate is probably still our first goal. 1 second. Hopefully I'm muted and unmuted. Currently unmuted, so we should be good. How are our ducks doing? I don't know if Mew is still here. Dover and Kiwi are unfortunately not a group. Sometimes they spawn together, sometimes they don't. Alright, let's get back to what we was doing. I did get a second tin bronze arrowhead, so who knows? Maybe I might make tin bronze arrows. Be one of those things that are good while I have them, but I will secretly always be hoping that they explode into 1,000 pieces so they stop taking up inventory space. Just normal stuff to hope for. I've actually never heard of Razomi. Sounds made up. I mean, obviously all of it's made up. I don't like that I'm getting more gold than silver. It should all still be RNG, but does the Copper Pan not know that silver is more valuable? That's a lot of arrowheads, though. Ingredient for copper arrows, which do in fact require feathers. I know where to get feathers, but I just don't like the idea of hurting birds. There is a decent chance I've already got feathers around here somewhere, because you can also get them from breaking farming vessels. But I don't know for sure that I do. Yeah, that's already 6 nuggets of gold. Might make something stupid. Well, you can actually make a gold lantern insert. Gold just looks worse than silver. Taste is subjective, but I'm also like the most right person ever born. Ever since I hatched, I knew I was the only fucker who knew anything. Oh, nothing new in these pages. What does that even mean? I can't read it? Will anybody buy these off me? What do I do with all the books that I can't actually read? I guess I could make a library. As long as it's purely for aesthetics. I suppose it's totally fine that all the books are the same book. I'm pretty sure in The Great Gatsby, that The Great Gatsby had a bunch of books that weren't even cut. Could not open them. Those books were uncircumcised. Hell yeah, new lore. Gotta get these books out of the way. On the floor they go. Hello, that one Protogen. Wait, finally one of my Protogen viewers have shown up. Alright. So, collection. I found out that you can actually name these ducks. So this is the PC duck. What would you like to name the PC? It's the duck with like the RGB RAM and all that. It's not currently here. But I figured, since you are a Protogen, you would want to name it. It is like the most sci-fi. Ram Buffet. That's a B. Ram Buffett. There we go. It's French. Alright. So it's not currently here. But if we do ever get Ram Buffet, which now has the name you gave it. Got a couple of weird ducks here. We got Kaiser, Duck Lee, Big Snake, Tier 3 sub. A lot of ducks. We've got Wrath, the Pride Duck. Fireman still doesn't have a name. Tragic 8-Ball. Whitley. No, actually, I've not been paying attention to the ducks. A lot of them ended up in here. This duck does not have a name. Yeah, let's go ahead and name that one. Doo-doo-doo. There we go. Too hot for YouTube. Let's get back to panning. The red duck. Oh. Do you want to name the red duck? Ideally, I would have several viewers naming different ducks, but I also don't have a whole lot of viewers, so if you see a duck that does not have a name, it's probably up for grabs. Oh, nice. Oh, also, that one Protogen. Did you see that somebody is working on a vintage story Avali model? Not a Avali model, already has it. Protogen model, there we go. The Avali model is still being worked on, but I'm just stupid. I don't have a picture of it, but it's actually looking pretty good. If I was confident I could find it in less than like 70 minutes, I would try to pull it up. Link to download Vintage Story. Vintage Story is a game you have to buy, but I can link you to the website. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. When a problem comes along, you must whip it. There you go. Do you want to name a duck? Your own name? We can do that. Did you give me a name suggestion and I missed it? Name him. No. Do you want to name it Laxia or Jenna? Jenna? Janae? Speaking of which, what the hell happened to Jean-Benet Ramsey? Have we solved that yet? Also, who killed the Black Dahlia? These are questions I need answers to. I should also probably eat food. I spent a lot of time cooking in this game just to not eat any of it. Whoop, whoop. Bread. Just eat that while floating in the water. Oh, I need this up so I can actually see what is in my pockets. Just name it Jenna. Lowercase j or capital? Also, which duck, actually? That's probably a good question as well. Go ahead and not close that on accident. Let's go ahead and pull this up. Make it larger. Okay, so which duck are you trying to name? Unfortunately, we gotta find one that does not already have a name, but I think there's a red duck. This one is totally unnamed. Is this the one you would like to be named Jenna? Collections. I'll just name it capital or lowercase for now. Capital G? I mean J? I might be dying. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and shrink this back down. I don't remember how big it was. Well, that looks good to me. Let's go ahead and continue what we were doing. You said a red duck earlier, and I'm pretty sure that's the only red duck without a name currently. Oh, a temporal gear. It is interesting that you can actually restore your sanity by using a temporal gear to cut your flesh open and then insert an entire gear into it. You know, like something a sane person would do. Do I have a temporal butterfly, or was that the other save? I think that was the other save. Yeah, I don't have a temporal butterfly this time. Pretty sure I found the temporal butterfly organically in a ruin. Leave a mark at the duck pond. There are new ducks we've yet to see. Quite a couple. Although who knows? Maybe if I ever become super famous, I will buy the DLC. I think I bought the game on sale. But the DLC is like 3 times the actual cost of the game if you get all of it. We wouldn't have to get all of it. But buying DLC just adds to the ducks that you can collect. I have the free Ducklings DLC, but I think that we'd have to create a new save to actually get the Ducklings. My goodness. I hope this cough goes away. Sometime before the heat death of the universe. Ideally, this cough will have gone away like last month. Go check the temperature. It is 6 degrees. So assuming it's this cold further up north where those olive trees are, those things are dead as fuck. I'm getting a lot of gold. Like, gold can be useful, I just don't like the look of it. What is gold even useful for, anyway? Tooth fillings? I could become a dentist in the post-apocalypse. Ooh, copper spearhead. I should probably clear my inventory before I start dropping stuff on the ground. Just gonna put this there for now. As the days go by, water flowing under. Does anybody know what I did with my lantern? Nope, I know exactly what my lantern is. Reflectivity is low. Means I'm not safe, but I'm not in excessive amounts of danger. Do. Go away, taskbar. When has somebody actually wanted the taskbar to pop up? If I wanted the taskbar to pop up, I would just leave it on. I do think it would be funny if somebody showed up. From the looks of things, I am just playing the game. But I've also got all this going on. Do. Yoink. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. 2 pumpkins. Those ones are almost done. Could have sworn there were more pumpkins, but whatever. They will be ready sooner than later. Crawl in there. Boom, let's go ahead and check on all my berries. Fresh for 8 days. I'll probably do something with them before that passes. Hopefully. Fresh for 74 days, fresh for 48 days. Gonna have to do something with some of this shit. I did not clear out a lot of inventory space. Not nearly as much as I meant to, anyway. Have we gotten a new duck? Yes, supposedly we got a new one. It could just be one we've gotten in the past. Yep, you have that weird cactus guy. Leopold. Duckley. Who are you? You're the pool tile duck. Kaiser. Yeah, every time this thing here fills up, we get another duck. It seems to have filled up recently, but I'm not seeing any new guys. Are you new? Nope, you are the one with a knife. Somebody will name this Knife Duck. Knife Duck, no! Gonna stab Derek. Honestly, one of our ducks is named Kaisar. He better watch the fuck out near Knife Duck. Just name Knife Duck Brutus. You too, Brutus. Just the entire Roman Senate. The Ides of March. Ooh, a rough diamond. Can't actually do anything with diamond, but I almost have enough to make a pickaxe. Good, I'm not muted. Getting a lot of bones for this. Who's sending me a message? Razami. Alright. I don't know what those are. I will have to look into it when I'm not streaming. Oh shit, it's almost 7 AM. I can't logically go to bed until I'm done with all this bony soil, though. I've got work tonight, but work is for nerds. No, I'll go to bed once the soil is done. We're just hanging out, chatting. And this is what Vintage Story is all about. Yeah, it's too much gold. I can almost make an ingot. Not a whole lot I can do with a gold ingot. If I had a... Oh, you know what? I do have a bunch of silver. How much... What do I need to make electrium? Probably more gold and silver than this. Even I had to guess. Just make an electrium lantern. Don't like how it looks. Yeah, well, just hanging out, chilling. I'm mostly talking to myself, but this has become a just chatting stream. Kind of. It hasn't not done that. So what do you want to be when you grow up, Laxia? Like, what is your dream job, if for some reason you dream of labor? Alright, what the hell's going on with my ducks? Derek is still on fire. If I had to guess, you did that thing that you refuse to do while I'm watching. Okay, apparently the firefighter duck does not do anything to Too Hot for YouTube. Where did my... Here we go. Close that. Can I store stuff in there? Yes. Store the diamond, the peridot. I'll be like, where's my stuff? Because who's going to think to check the cauldron? Ooh. Oh, those are just metal parts. Oh, I thought it was more like lamellae I can destroy. Going to break apart lamellae for all of my metal. Ooh. You want to be not you? Like in a trans sort of way? A, Therian kind of way? What is going on here? I wish I could see the ducks as well. Something's happening. What is that? Is that just a light? I think that's been there the whole time. If I had to guess, they abducted the cow. Usually when they abduct the cow, they later drop off the alien. How long is my cabbage fresh for? 77 days? I can do something with it before that's up. As the days go by, water flowing under. I'm going to need 40 silver if I actually want to make a plate. Ooh, another lore book. And it actually contains lore. It's like all of my Christmases have come at once. I don't actually celebrate Christmas, but if I did, I would assume what you do is you just exchange lore books. It would just be like, Happy Christmas, sibling of mine. Here's a book on lore. Have this priceless, one-of-a-kind aged book. It's like, how awkward. I got you the same priceless, one-of-a-kind aged book. 1.4 years, 9 days. Is that my yeast? Oh. Who y'all dropping off? Oh, they dropped off the gamer. It would be cool if they would have dropped off Ram Buffet, considering Ram Buffet was only recently named, but I guess beggars cannot be choosers. I can't wait until I've got like a distillery set up as well. Like, I've already got some wine, but you can further distill the wine into stuff like brandy. Not like brandy and Mr. Whiskers, like the alcohol. Anybody remember that cartoon? That was an odd one. Sometimes my Twitch notifications, or like, Twitch activity feed just kind of moves around. As if it's trying to display something new. But nothing is new. It's possible that the notifications are just telling me, it's like, oh, instead of 44 minutes ago, it changes to 45 minutes ago, and it catches my eye, but I can't exactly tell what's new. Y'all know what I mean? Do I have access to my own emoji on YouTube, or do I have to wait until that's updated? Or, like, approved? Probably only going to have the one tier. At $2, $1.99, which is lower than the recommended amount. I did have a second tier called Genuinely Mad, which was $500 a month. Don't know why I did that. I did decide to cancel it, because I don't feel like that would have been approved. Funny, though. It's like, you could give me $2 for all this stuff. Or you could give me $500 for, like, the same stuff and nothing else. It's like, for the low price... 1 second. For the low price of $15,000, I will send you one of my dirty socks in the mail. They're really nice woolen socks, too. So that it's too hot to be wearing wool socks. Although I probably need a larger audience before I will have absolute weirdos willing to send me 2 months pay just for socks. Not even socks, just a sock. But it'll be like a gross sock that I've wore to work. Somebody would buy it. That somebody has just yet to discover my YouTube channel. I would say you'd be surprised at how many weirdos there are out there. But this is the internet. Of course it's full of weirdos. You would send me $15,000 just to buy one of my socks and send it back? To be fair, $1,500 is only a month's rent. No, I just said 15,000, not 1,500. Which is quite a bit more than a month's rent. Wonder what my ducks are up to. I've got to go to bed soon, so if I stop panning, I won't be able to go to bed. But I also want to see what my ducks are doing. Counting my chickens before they hatch. I just got something. I don't know what I got. Oh, probably another rough peridot. Pardon. You know, it'd be cool as like a confectioner mod. Like, let me just make taffy or something. Pretty sure I brought this up last stream, but it remains true. Yeah, I can already make a gold bar. I don't know, I would. I don't know how much I need for Electrium. So I don't want to push. Electrium ingot. Pulverizes into 20 crust Electrium. Yeah, so an Electrium ingot requires Electrium bits, which is 40 to 60%. Okay. So I could actually make an Electrium lantern. I don't know why I would want to do that. I just like the name Electrium. Aesthetically, it's not the nicest metal, but I don't like warm colors. What will it make me? What will it let me make Electrium out of? Or what will it make me let? Oh, fucking hell! What will it let me make out of Electrium? There we go. Not a whole lot. Can make a resonant wand. Oh, those are ugly as shit. Yeah. As far as alloys go, Electrium has a really nice name. I just don't like the look of it. I don't like warm colors, though. I'll swear to get a candle at some point. Like that yellow stripe on the non-binary flag is on thin fucking ice. There we go. Like, don't get me wrong, the non-binary flag is a good-looking flag. And of the warm colors, yellow is probably my favorite. But that's mostly because it's a complementary color to purple, which is my favorite color. Got a lot of good stuff, a lot of not good stuff. A second candle. I can make these, so it's probably not the best find. Come on. I'm not looking for anything in particular, so finding something in particular is unlikely. As the days go by, water flowing under. Gods, I wish this cough would go away. 1 second. Alright. Should I spend money I don't have? I should spend money I don't have. You know what sounds good is like a Carl's Jr. Guacamole bacon burger. I don't like pork, but I will eat bacon on pizza or in sandwiches. I can't just sit there and eat like an entire plate of bacon like it's a meal. I don't understand how some people can. Like, oh, bacon is the best thing since sliced bread. It's like, I prefer it on sandwiches. So bacon on sliced bread is good. A BLT with, like, avocado. Good shit. A blat, if you would. If I could make an Electrium insert for my lantern, I could already do that. But yeah, I can almost make a silver ingot. Unfortunately, I need 2 to make the plate. But it'll be cool once I've upgraded my lantern. Do 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 do. Panning is nice, but it's probably not the kind of thing you would want to sit there and do a stream doing. It's like I panned this entire desert. Six more to go. Although already my inventory is full again. Gotta make sure I'm not dropping stuff on the ground. Oh shit. Oh dang, I just destroyed my water. That's not what I wanted to place there. That's what I wanted to place there. But also I'm stuck in here now. There we go. Modern problems require modern solutions. Oh, I left my door wide open. It's a good thing I don't have any, like, rude or nosy neighbors. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Excuse me. Flax, copper arrowheads, copper spears. Alright, there we go. Freed up my inventory a tiny bit. Gotta grab water since I accidentally destroyed my source like a dumbass. And while I'm out here, are there any pumpkins ready to harvest? No. Are there any chickens laying on eggs? No, because I've not been feeding them. Although if I wanted eggs, now would have been a good time to do that. Or if I wanted to breed the chickens. Since all I'm doing is hanging out underground and panning. There we go. Back to what I was doing. Do. Gosh, I'm hungry. I should stop spending money willy-nilly, though. Well, I do make money working my full-time job and from streaming. I don't make good money from either. The American economy is in shambles. Shambles, I tell you. I mean, I wouldn't say I make enough to live comfortably, but I've got a roof over my head, and I usually have food. It would be nice to live somewhere that living wasn't a luxury. That's why I don't have healthcare here in the US. Healthcare's expensive, and when you do actually need it, you can't even fucking use it. And some douchebag in a suit is going to decide that your continued existence is not medically necessary. So that health insurance you've been paying for years, useless. And privatized healthcare is a scam. It's a scam! Although I should probably avoid saying crazy shit if I want YouTube to approve my memberships. I don't want them hearing me say crazy shit. At least until it's approved. And then I can go hog wild with the crazy shit. More copper arrowheads. Can even make more rot-soaked rust. Right? People hate me because I know what I'm talking about. Like 2% of the time. 2% of the time, I'm right 100% of the time. Boom. Look at all these bones. My kingdom for a bone block. I have so many bones. So many bones. And people are like, Satu, what are you going to do with all those bones? All those bones inside your home. I would like a bone block so that I can make my hallways like wall-to-wall bones. If you've ever seen the Paris catacombs, I would like my house to have that aesthetic. I would even be fine with the bone blocks being expensive, because I clearly have a lot of bones. I suppose I could also stop being silly and, like, make gelatin or something super good using these bones. But what I want to do is build a house out of bones. You know, like a normal person. I already read this one. Should probably put it on the floor, although this is my last bony soil block. More bones, more bones. My kingdom for more bones. Chingity ching e-ah, it's Dominic the donkey. Chingity ching e-ah, the Italian Christmas donkey. No, 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 no. It was probably obvious when I first started streaming, but I'm a tiny bit tired. It's perhaps more obvious now. Just over here like, I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Only a hippopotamus will do. Can I put these on the ground? Yes. Hell yeah. Floor storage. Floorage, if you would. Alright. Let's go ahead and stop picking up peanuts at random. And put that back. Grab some rice breadcrumbs. You know what I could do? Is I could take a bunch of clay, do a clay forming stream. Here y'all go. And fight over those 2 breadcrumbs. Just make a bunch of crocks. Make a bunch of jam. Fill those crocks. Seal those crocks. Cha-cha real smooth. I should really go to bed. I don't think my brain works. I mean, my brain doesn't work when I'm not tired. But when I'm tired, I'm like extra stupid. A feat previously thought impossible. Oh, pumpkins only stack to 8. Surely I knew that. Alright. Throw that in there. I've got a lot of rot. Let's check up on a couple of important things before I end the stream. Next stream, we're probably going to open up by just making syrup, as one Dizzity does. Have I played Slime Simulator? I have not. I've played Slime Rancher. Are those the same thing? I jest, of course. Or do I? I'm joking. Unless... No, I've not played Slime Simulator. But one of these days, I'm going to fully lose my mind and just, like, play that game about digging a hole. I've already seen how it ends, so maybe I'd have to find something similar to it. But just like a game. I could do Factorio. Sleep well, Pocket. I'm also going to be going to bed pretty shortly here. Or more realistically, I'm going to stop the stream and try to convince myself I should not spend $30 on a single fast food meal. And then do it anyway, because I'm stupid. Alright. Let's get this bread. Do. Do 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 do. But yeah. We're still watching the temperature. It's still not dipping below freezing. I believe that 12 is the number of days I've got a month set to. So we are on the last day of November. Or, yeah, November. In the game, not in real life. Oh, there's another piece of bony soil here. So many bones. I want to try something. And then we can stop streaming. We're gonna put away these seeds anyway, because I'll forget to do so. Anime... what? Had an anime character's determination, because we don't have any. I'm sure there are anime characters that have no determination at all. What you want is the determination of, Frisk from Undertale. And Frisk has got some determination. Alright, can I stack you up here? No. Yes. Up and down. And keep moving. No, can't do that in such a way that looks good. Now I gotta remove the bones just to pick up my bone pile. True. What is today? The 26th? At least in my time zone. Tomorrow is my youngest sibling's birthday. Question is, do I wish my youngest sibling a happy birthday on their actual birthday, or do I purposely wait until the day afterwards and then wish them a happy belated birthday? Which do y'all suppose is more special? Doesn't look terrible. So many bones. My youngest sibling is also a they, them, NB, I believe. It turns out that not a single one of my siblings is cis, although I had a feeling that my sister was some sort of gender fluid. Oh shit, I forgot I said I was going to harvest these. After these are harvested, and then we can go the fuck to sleep. Yoink, yoink. I do think it's probably going to be hot enough here, even in the winter, that even if I can't grow the trees I would like to, that my bees will always be producing. Who knows? Perhaps my bees will not produce in the peak of summer, although I don't think that most things do have an overheat. Boom. Alright. Let's go and put my honey away. And then I go to sleep. While I still can make overpowered fruit bread, I should probably make fruit bread that is just chock full of dried berries. Just because. Something to snack on. Anyway, gotta do the outro. Outro, outro. Outro, outro. Whoops. Platforming is difficult in first or third person. Alright. So, if you've been hanging out... the first, I guess. I don't know context here. My apologies, I'm very tired. Anyway, if you've been hanging out this entire time, whether you're chatting or just lurking, I want you to know that you're appreciated. If you're watching this at some point in the future as a VOD and have somehow watched the entire thing, you have the patience of a saint and are equally appreciated. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like to name a duck. Like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe for more. Hello, BoGB, you showed up just as I was ending, unfortunately. Like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and Fizzity, farewell.